Welcome to the Tear Talk Podcast with author, coach, and speaker, MaShani Allen. Known as the Golden Scribe, MaShani has over 2 decades of writing experience, and her passion for the craft has given her the opportunity to impart wisdom, affirmation, hope, and confidence into many. Let's listen now as MaShani delves into topics that have impacted her on her Tear Talk journey and helped her discover the power of the pen.
Welcome to the Tear Talk Podcast. So glad to have you all join me on today. I wanted to share something with you. I have posted this on my blog. I posted it on my social media, but I wanted to make sure that all of you in podcast land got a chance to hear this as well. So when I go to work, I have a drive that takes me through the canyons and leads me to Malibu. So generally during the week, I have a different person that I talk to on certain days. And if I'm not talking to someone, I'm generally listening to an audiobook or music. For a period of time, I was mainly listening to audiobooks, but lately I've been listening to music. And on Friday, I called the person that I normally speak with, but they weren't able to talk for a long period of time. And when I got in my car, there was a song that was playing that I've been playing since Thursday. But then when I got in my car on Friday, once the call ended, I was like just really listening to this song. I've heard it before, but it was just touching me in a different way. And it's like I kept rewinding it, over and over throughout the whole drive. And while I was driving, I'm starting now to get downloads, and I know you shouldn't text and drive, but I did that a little bit. And then I was sending myself voice notes because I was hearing things and I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to get to my computer because it was really encouraging me. And I really sensed that it wasn't just for me to be encouraged, that others should be encouraged by this as well. And not only did I hear, I also saw the image of like what the social media posts should look like, because if people don't read what I wrote, they can at least see the image and get the concept just from the image. So I was like, this is, because again, we don't know where people are. We don't know what people are dealing with. We don't know prayers. We don't know questions people are put before the Lord, and we can literally be someone's answer. And it's interesting because I was talking to one of my students about this, and I was just like, I have just learned to share what I feel needs to be shared, because I know how it has felt when I have, had things before the Lord, had questions, needed encouragement, and I log on, and I see something, and it's like, man, I needed that. That really encouraged me. And if something is given to me and I know it's not just for me, I don't want to be selfish and hold something when it could really be the very thing that, could shift and change someone. Not that I do things for that purpose, but I know as a result that can happen. And she understood what I was saying. So I wrote it up and I created the image and I posted it, and it had the impact on me, and it also had an impact on others. And I really, really thank God for that. And I wanted to be able to share it with you, but I also wanted to be able to expound a little more my thoughts, since this is a podcast. But this is what I wrote. While on the way to work, I was listening to Elevation Music and Maverick City's song, Wait on You. Though I've heard it multiple times before, it ministered to me differently. I was recording voice notes on my way in and couldn't wait to get to a computer. This song comes from Isaiah 40 and 31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. As I was listening, I heard clearly the weight, W-A-I-T, brings the weight, W-E-I-G-H-T. When I looked up the definition for weight, W-A-I-T, I loved what I found. One of Webster's meanings was a hidden or concealed position. I believe that is a beautiful way for the believer to see their waiting. And while in that position, know the weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, which is defined as a degree of thickness in something heavy, is being deposited. Based on the verse, it's strength. I had to look up that word, strength, in Hebrew. From its definition, know that while you are waiting, the depth and heaviness of your ability to produce is increasing. The might of your giftings is enlarging. The firmness of your character is deepening. The literal force of who you are is expanding and maturing. The weight, W-A-I-T, is establishing you and him in you. Many times people get frustrated in the weight, W-A-I-T, not understanding the weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, of what's being deposited in them. There is a saying, delay does not mean denial. Because things take longer than we expect or seems, we say it's been delayed. My question is this: is it really delay or the timing of God? Do we use this phrase when we don't see fulfillment and we have to give an answer to our flesh and others who have questions? I believe this is used to comfort us because we have not yet seen his hand at work in our situation. When Jesus was quote unquote late to see Lazarus, when he heard he was dead, was not a delay or a denial. It was purposed, planned, and produced a miraculous result witnessed by an audience. Many times, his timing is based on us going through the process that brings the weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, to our waiting. Take hope in knowing you are not waiting on a man or a woman. You are waiting on the one who said, "Let there be," and it was. I leave you with this verse. Psalm 62:5. My soul wait only upon God, and silently submit to him, for my hope and expectation are from him. So this is what I posted on my pages and on my blog. And when I tell you, I still was listening to that song all day when I took my break, when I was coming home from work, because it just speaks so powerfully. Like I was talking to someone about what I wrote, especially at the beginning of that verse in Isaiah 40, when in verse 31, when it says, they shall mount up with wings as eagles. And I started thinking, because I love nature. I love animals. I love, what is that? Not the Nature Channel. I can't even think of the term. Discovery Channel. I love Discovery Channel. And just the picture of the force that comes when an eagle mounts up. Oh my gosh. I think that we have sadly embraced that doing and doing and doing and doing and doing is what strengthens us, that we have lost the art and the value and the privilege of what comes when we wait, when we purposely posture and position ourselves to wait on God. And it was interesting, and I didn't talk about this on the post because the post just needed to be what it was. But that verse, Psalms 62:5, it actually was in my Facebook memories on that day. And I wrote it back in 2011. And I found that verse, or I should say that verse found me when I was in a really hard place. And I needed something to encourage me on a daily basis. And I literally had this verse written down, because sometimes I used to put sticky notes in my car and have it on my steering wheel because I would definitely see it every day. And this is one of the verses that ended up on my steering wheel because it helped me to refocus my energies, which is why I said in the writing that our hope and our waiting is not on a man or a woman, because sometimes we can put so much of our expectation in people and we can end up extremely disappointed by people. But that verse saying that my hope and my expectation are from Him. Oh my goodness, when we can redirect our energies to Him, although He does and He can use people, at the end of the day, our hope and our expectation should be on Him. And when I think of different things that I have been waiting, WAIT, for, some of it has been years. Some of it has been decades. But when I look at the level of strength, the fortitude, the resolve that is on the inside of me. So when that comes, what I've been expecting, when that comes, what I've been praying, when that comes, what I've been seeking Him for, oh, I will be a better person as a result of the wait, because it literally has deposited in me a weight, WEIGHT, of strength, a weight of confidence, a weight of trust, a weight of faith, a weight of gratitude. I think that, and Thanksgiving, oh my gosh. I can honestly say, and I've been saying this in different conversations that I've been having with people, if some things would have happened prior to now, I know some things for sure, I would not have appreciated to the degree that I will when it shows up. I would not have valued some things to the degree that I will. Some things I would not have been able to appreciate because I wasn't healed. But now I can, oh my goodness, appreciate it on levels that I would have never known. So we can miss what is really supposed to be developed in us while we're waiting if we have the wrong attitude. Because some people wait in bitterness. Some people wait in anger. Some people wait in fear. Some people wait negatively. So even if it comes, sadly, they don't always really appreciate what's been given to them. So I'm thankful that I have learned how to wait well. I've learned how to wait with joy. I've learned how to wait with peace while still having an expectation. And I'm not going to say that I've never gotten anxious. I'm not going to say I've never been frustrated. I'm not even going to tell y'all that. But even when that comes, I've learned how to redirect it. Because I remember I shared with the young lady I was talking to, and I said, getting to the promise ill prepared is dangerous. And we sadly have not learned the value of the actual journey. Because we live in such a fast paced society, we want things now, 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 now. And we don't understand the weight of what, and a lot of times this weight, WEIGHT, is the responsibility that comes with certain doors, with certain opportunities, and with certain platforms. And if you haven't been built up properly, the very thing that you've been hoping, wishing, and praying for can end up being a detriment if you are ill prepared. So for me, I have learned to be so thankful. Like one thing I found myself praying, I think this became a part of my prayer probably like 5 or 6 years ago. And I don't think I'd ever heard anyone say it. It just started coming out of me, and I've been saying it ever since. And that is, I'm thankful for all that my journey has afforded me. And that word afforded is a very interesting word, but I found even the things that I haven't fully liked, and even the things that have brought me pain, it still has afforded me something. It has allowed me the opportunity to manage and to bear and to gain something and to learn something, not so much about others, but a lot about me. And some things wouldn't have been unlocked, revealed. They would have remained concealed. And those things could have been damaging in the wrong situations. So I've just learned to be thankful. Like Paul says, regardless of what state I'm in, I've found a way to be thankful. I found a way to see light and life, even in some very hard situations. And I believe that those moments have made me who I am today. There's a fortitude, there is a resolve, there's a strength, there's a confidence, there's a determination. There's so many things on the inside of me that some of them were there, but they had to be matured. They had to be matured. They had to be developed. They had to be, what's the word I want to use? Refined. That's a good one. They had to be refined. Some things had to be cultivated. That's what the journey does. And I live in a place of thanksgiving. I live in a posture of gratitude. And I am learning humility in a new way, in a fresh way, and all the treasure that comes with that type of posture. And I know, like I was telling someone, the scriptures say no good thing will he withhold from them that walk uprightly before him. I know it's not, quote unquote, being withheld from me. It just might not have come when I thought it would. But one thing I trust and believe with everything on the inside of me is that his timing is perfect. And I have learned to throw away my clock. I've learned to throw away the clock of others, i.e. their expectations and time frames. And I have just embraced this journey of life that has been given to me. And I am thankful for every day what it offers me. What it offers me to learn about him, what it offers me to learn about me, and what it offers me to learn about others. And that is another reason why I journal every day, because it is my declaration and my memorial in the earth daily of what has been afforded to me. I also wanted to, as I end this podcast, give you all the invitation to join the Tear Talk Journey, which is a private Facebook group that allows people from all over the world to come together and go through the 90 writing prompts together. Every day, the prompt will post, and you have the opportunity to either write it in your phone, but you also can share your thoughts in the group. And that has, based on testimonials, has been a source of strength. It has been a refuge, and it has been a release for people, especially those whose thoughts have only been their own. Some people have found freedom and healing by allowing complete strangers to read their words and have positive feedback and comments. If you would like to join the Tear Talk Journey, it will be starting on May the 1st. All you would need to do, if you go to Facebook and type in Tear Talk Book, you'll be able to join the private group. And the only prerequisite is that you buy the Tear Talk book. If you have taken the journey before with me and you would like to take it again, the only prerequisite is that you pay it forward to someone else. Purchase the Tear Talk book for someone and then invite them into the group. And you can again purchase the Tear Talk book directly from my website, MaShaniAllen.com. Thank you all so much for listening. And I pray that the next time that you see that a podcast is loaded, that you decide to press play.
Thank you for joining the Tear Talk podcast. You can purchase today's featured t-shirt and learn more about MaShani by visiting MaShaniAllen.com. Also, check out her exclusive line of custom journals at bit.ly/The Golden Scribe.